I got a package today, and in it was D-Day at Omaha Beach. It is John H. Butterfield and Decision Games. This is the second edition, which they just reprinted. I pre-ordered it, I think about a year ago, and it just charged and shipped. I think I don't have the first edition, but I think they did change the artwork. It is pretty nice. It has nice little, those lines are actually there. Nice little aged detail. In the back, a little map insert with the counters. Getting a little bit glare. All the good stuff there. Medium complexity, high solitaire. Right up my alley. Here's what we get, and we'll open it up and take a look and verify all that. So inside, we have 4 baggies. Always handy. Although I hear from people who had the first that it's easier to just do it in counter trays because 4 isn't quite enough to separate it how you need it. A pack of cards. We'll open those up in a second. The rules. Version 2.0. I've heard a lot that it's a complicated game. I'd be interested to see for myself. Operation Jubilee was pretty low complexity, and I know it's this kind of stripped down. We're looking at, I guess we're in scenarios, about 26 pages of rules. 32 page total after all is said and done. It's interesting. I'll be diving into those pretty soon here. This looks like it's designer notes or historical background. That's really cool. It's its own thing, full color, except for the black and white photos that were black and white. That's a nice little bonus. I wasn't expecting anything like that. That's really cool. Looks like a player aid. Oh, it's an example of play. Oh. Another bonus. It's not stapled, but whatever. It's fine. Not sure if all of this stuff was included in the original, but from people complaining about the complexity of rules, a play aid or an example of play is highly needed. These are the player aids, and they're just on more or less regular paper, which is fine. Probably end up laminating them. Landing results, fire chart, attack results, action summary. There. And, oh, that's interesting, even for the variant. Yeah, these feel, they're pretty thin. They feel kind of cheap, but that's okay. Another player aid for the sequence of play. 2 sheets of counters. Definitely serviceable artwork here. And they feel about on par with what you get in S&T, which would make sense. Which is just fine for me. I don't need crazy thick linen finish or anything like that. Yeah, I like, after playing Operation Jubilee, this all feels pretty familiar. The allied units here. Very cool. And the map is paper, of course. Hopefully this one fits on the table. It's just a single mapper. I know it looks like a mess to some people, but it's actually, once you know the system and how it plays, it's actually very intuitive. Everything calls out. Basically what it is yeah, I'm not sure if these are, yeah, it looks like these are artillery, and then these are, for all intents and purposes, fire bases. Oh no, these are, they're reinforced positions. Anyway, that's where the Germans will be, and then the German in the red hex will fire at hexes that have this red, and that goes for the whole map. Pretty cool system. To see kind of a stripped down version of how it plays, I did some videos on Operation Jubilee, which doesn't have cards. It uses a chip pull, but I think it's a similar mechanism for all of that. Let's open these up and take a look. And the cards. I'm assuming this is an event that happens for these turns. Landing priority or sequence maybe. And I think these are the fire priority. Pretty thin cards. I'll probably put these in protectors. I don't know how much they get shuffled, and I actually prefer, I think, not to use card protectors. Especially it's probably a standard deck. Maybe it's a little bit more. Maybe the back of the box says how many cards are in there. Yeah, 55, so a little bit more than a standard deck. I don't like it. My table's on a bit of an incline, so sleeved cards, they tend to start slipping, but maybe I'll give it a shot, because these feel like they would wear pretty quickly. And also in the cards, this is another action summary, which is nice. The smaller and more handy, the better. So that's I almost said Operation Jubilee. That's D-Day at Omaha Beach. One that I've wanted for quite a while and was commanding quite high prices there for a little while. I'm glad the Decision decided to put this back on their pre-order list and put it out. Excellent.